Now, a new documentary called Don't Leave Me Behind, Stories of Young Ukrainian Survival is airing on MTV tonight. In recognition of the first anniversary of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, this film uncovers the potent fears and surprising resiliences of the millions of teenage refugees from Ukraine. Director Nathaniel Lezra highlights two teenagers as they try to find normalcy in Poland through volunteer work and mental health support, while also maintaining hope for their families left behind, their home country, and their own futures. The other day, I spoke to Nathaniel about the making of this doc and who it will really impact. So take a look. Nathaniel, thank you so much for being here.
Great to be here. Thank you.
So I had a chance to watch the documentary. I am so interested. I love documentaries, by the way, huge fan. So you got to tell me, how did this one come to be?
Sure. I was in Europe at the start of the war, at the invasion. I was in Madrid, and the tone in the streets just dropped on the drop of a dime, changed, and it was really visceral. And so I was reading the headlines; they were pouring in, and I noticed early in the war, I noticed a sort of divergence in the coverage. There was a lot of wartime statistical analysis, a lot of politics. There was a lot of lo-fi citizen journalism. There was great work on the ground covering things, but there wasn't a lot of humanist storytelling about the emotional experiences of refugees and specifically young people. So I was there in Europe, I felt the shift, and I really wanted to pursue those stories.
I love that. So how long after the war started did you kind of pick up your camera and say this? Because I feel like there are certain times in life where things are happening and we think it, but sometimes we don't really do it, that someone's going to want to see this. This needs to be something, a story that we tell, something that we document. And I kind of felt that as I watched the movie, like someone saw this and was like, we have to start rolling.
Yeah. I mean, that's exactly right. My instinct was that we needed to be there immediately. And so part of what was so great about our partnership with MTV was how quickly they were able to mobilize. I had a crew. I'm lucky enough to have crew spread across the world. I've got producers in Berlin, in the UK, and Ukraine and Poland themselves have great film communities. So I knew that we could pretty quickly mobilize and get out there. And MTV made it safe and gave us the green light. And so we got out there quickly and connected with the community.
Yeah. And just watching this, I think that everyone is going to be able to take something from this. But as you were filming and maybe even after, who do you hope this affects most? The refugees that see this and can relate to these stories, or kind of the people who have no idea what it's like to be a refugee and can kind of get an inside look at what these teenagers and their families are going through?
I mean, both. I think that this was an opportunity for us to give the microphone to a group of people who really don't have an opportunity or are often not given an opportunity to speak to their experiences. So I want refugees to feel like their stories are being told and are represented in broader conversations about war. And then I also want to use this film as a blueprint or a roadmap for other people to learn and to figure out how they can start having conversations about mental health in the context of war, and for a broader political discussion about how we can support refugees in better ways.
Yeah. And as the man behind the camera, did you learn anything kind of really valuable that's going to stick with you? I mean, you do so many projects and I know that you, all of them probably have taught you something. What did you take away from this?
My goal and what I found worked really well here was just, I felt that removing myself and really living as a fly on the wall was the approach. And it's sort of the refrain, this idea of giving the microphone to these kids. I really wanted to remove myself and to let them take control of the narrative and the storytelling. And I think that being in a position where I could collaborate with lots of Ukrainians. I mean, a lot of our crew are Ukrainian, my story producer is Ukrainian, and I just wanted to understand my own blind spots, my own ignorance as an American coming to the region, and just trust in this sort of communal approach to filmmaking. And the kids got involved. They communicated with our story producer, who sort of was our translator, and I learned I learned that. I learned that it takes a village, and it takes opening yourself up completely to people, especially subjects who are incredibly brave to get in front of a camera and share their stories. So
Yeah.
it was a learning experience.
And I feel like even watching the documentary, I have to give you some honor and praise. And I love when filmmakers or journalists do, like you said, hand the mic over to someone and let them tell their stories. Too many times I feel like we see stories being told from a different perspective that really isn't as authentic and true to the story as it would be if someone from that community, someone going through that struggle, was able to express their voice and express their experience. So I have to thank you for that. I loved the documentary.
Oh, I appreciate it.
No problem.
I'm glad the stories resonated.
Yes, absolutely. And I think it really is going to help a lot of people out there. So thank you so much for that. And thank you so much for being with us today. I really appreciate it.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.